Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Enjoying the weather, I'm sure. Alright, so for those of you that are coming up to this major shift, this major change in your life, for some of you, this is more internal than external, and maybe it's a realization of something that you've been so defensive and guarded against. And Spirit saying that you have to get out of the defensiveness to allow people in, to allow the relationship in, okay? Because Spirit saying that you are ready to love, but your fear is what's holding you back because it's not allowing you to surrender to the passion that you feel in your heart, okay? That fire you have inside you that draws you to that person, you're not allowing yourself to surrender to that. And it looks like you're having a tower moment, whether it's an external tower moment or internal. That's what they're showing is happening. So maybe you're coming out of this fear of being intimate with another person and actually allowing your passions to take reign, because it looks like you're exhausted, like you're so tired of being defensive and contemplating and hiding from these emotions. And it's causing you to have a tower moment. There is a change that's coming it needs you to release. You have to release your attachment to what's going on. If you're attached to a person, place, thing, whatever it is, you need to release that attachment. And it's showing me that you might need to relocate to be with that person, or you're going to have to travel to that person, so that way this can at least, you get the ball rolling, start making moves towards what you're meant to work on. And communication is necessary. So if you've been in hermit mode and you've been fearful of all of these things, understand that when you come out of this and you start communicating, it'll get easier because you're able to build dialogue. You're able to start building trust and learning each other. So don't be so afraid of it, okay? Because you're drained. You're fucking drained right now, and it's like a hamster wheel in your head. It's going, and you're not stopping. So please allow this to surrender. Just surrender. That's the only thing I can say. Because when you surrender, everything flows effortlessly and there's no need to be in your head. Okay? Whatever is meant to happen is going to happen, whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it. We all had contracts before we came here. We all agreed to certain things with different people. And sometimes the relationships that you have were only meant to trigger you into getting back on the right path, or sending you to the right person, the right place. All of these things that occur, I feel like you see them as things that were meant to hurt you and break you down. But don't look at it that way. Look at them as they were things to strengthen you and force you to grow and get out of your comfort zone and get back on the path that you were meant to be on. So that's where you're at now. And you have to get out of this fear, because staying in a fear-based place is causing you to have a lot of stress, okay? So stop telling yourself the same stories of it's going to end up the same, or they're going to do this or they're going to do that. Understand that just because it happened before doesn't mean it'll happen again, okay? And always acknowledge your part in what you do, okay? Because nobody's innocent, okay? So make sure that you're meditating, you're taking some time to breathe. Like when I'm really my positivity level gets really high, I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna take a time out. I need a few breaths so that I don't flip. So take the time out, remove yourself from the situations, especially if you have kids. The best thing you can do is take a fucking time out so you don't kill their little asses, okay? I know. So really, just sometimes it's necessary to remove yourself. And it's calling for you to trust in the higher power and understand that the person they're presenting you with, you're being divinely guided towards them. So be okay with what's happening, because Spirit, at this point, the divine is handling all of this shit. That's why this tower moment's coming. Like I said, It feels like it might be more internal for some of you, and it could be an actual physical movement for others. And, release whatever is no longer serving you. Release it. Because it's showing that you're going to be in a better place. You're going to be in a more peaceful, calm place where you're able to actually think and be who you are. So make sure that you are getting rest and you are rejuvenating. And if it is a change of environment that's coming up, understand that there's no need to stress about it. Or if you're worried about having a place to live or whatever is going on, understand that synchronicity is at play now. So if you've been worried about finding a place to live, it's going to happen. Just let the pieces fall into place. So don't stress out about it, okay? Spirit heard you and they're coming through for you. So please just give it time for everything to work out. And let me see, because it's showing there's a decision that you need to make. And since you are in this hermit mode, it's like you're watching. Like you feel like you're alone and abandoned and you're sad. But you're still watching everything happen. You're watching your life pass you by. You're watching all these things occur and you're not doing anything about it. You're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself and contemplating on the shoulda, woulda, couldas. And I could have did this, I could have did that. And Spirit needs you to quiet your mind. You need to quiet your mind so that you can hear the instruction that they're giving you. Okay? Because only then will you be able to move forward. That's when you can make the movements. Now, if you are a procrastinator, like I'm a procrastinator. I be bullshitting sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Understand that now is the time to take action towards what you want, because it's going to end successfully. So if you've been putting it off, if it's a move, relationship, whatever it is that you've been like, I don't know if I should do this, I don't think this is right, or you're just fucking fearful as shit, like, okay, then what? Like, I'm gonna do this, and then what the fuck's gonna happen? Don't be afraid, okay? Because you've been sitting with this long enough, and I feel like Spirit has shown you what it is that you need to do. And if you have these beliefs about yourself that make you feel like you're not good enough, or you're not ready, or you're not strong enough, or that you can't handle what it is that you're supposed to be doing right now, understand, your guardians, your ancestors, you have a whole team behind you. So they're going to make sure that you get to where you need to go. Even if it means ripping people out of your fucking life. If it means taking your car, your home. They will tear up all your shit. So understand that they're always supporting you and they're always going to do what's best for you. So try to let go a little bit, okay? Because it's showing that you're going to have all of the success and the love, all of the riches. You're going to have a wonderful legacy. Okay, so you have to stop procrastinating and take the steps towards that, okay? Be observant, pay attention to what's going on, pay attention to what's being said. Just be careful, okay? But be smart, because now is the time for you to actually start taking action. You can't sit there and keep watching and waiting and hoping something's going to change. It's not. If you don't change it, it's not going to change, okay? And it's saying you need to walk away to follow your dreams. So whatever your dreams are, if it is a person, move towards that person, because what I'm seeing is you're the only thing holding you back from this. There's no one else holding you back from having this connection. Okay, they're showing, yes, you do have decisions that you need to make, and this person is bound to you. The connection that you guys have is like no other. Okay, and some of you might even be pregnant or be becoming pregnant. So, yay for you. I don't know. So don't be scared. I'm sorry if I scared you. But when you follow your dreams and you allow this person to come to you and this union to happen, it's going to provide great healing. But you have to take the step. You have to walk out of this, okay? Because once you do, it's going to be, like you're going to be able to elevate to a higher consciousness. because wherever you're at right now, it's like a lower vibration because of the anxiety that you have going on, and this fear of change, this fear of being hurt, this fear of moving. Whatever it is that you're terrified of, understand that you have to get out of this. You have to move towards what it is you truly want. And sometimes it's fucking hard. It's hard to move towards shit you want, especially when you're so complacent and you're still trying to figure shit out. Because some people become codependent. And codependency, you know, is not ideal for a lot of things, but sometimes I find it sometimes it's better to work through things with another person, you know, to have somebody there to be emotionally supportive, somebody that you guys can be open with and talk to about any and everything, and it'll help you to get to where you're supposed to go. Good morning, Danny. Thank you. Same to you. So be okay with those things and understand that the way life is set up, it's not to tear you down, okay? When it does tear you down, it's so that you can come back stronger, and maybe you've been lacking, maybe motivation, but like a will to do what you're meant to do. You know, you've been procrastinating, you've been putting it off, and it's like, you know, you're being called to this path, and you know you're being called to a person, and you know that's what you're supposed to be doing, but you're so fucking in your head that you're not allowing this. So you need to get out of this, all of this, okay? Because the more you stress and the more fearful you are, the more you procrastinate, and the more you delay things, and the more you start believing that maybe you're not capable of doing those things or moving forward into what you've been... Sorry. Just be okay. Move towards what you're meant to move towards, okay? Because if you keep delaying it, you're going to miss your opportunity and all of the blessings that Spirit's waiting to give you. So again, we're still with stand tall. And if this is a decision that you feel you're going to be judged for, or a relationship that is going to be frowned upon, understand that the relationship is only you and that person, okay? It's not everybody else. I mean, if your kids hate that person, then you take that into account. But if it's anybody that's not your fucking kid, fuck what anybody else thinks. Good morning, Jennifer. Okay, so understand that you have to do what's best for you, regardless of what other people feel, think, say. It doesn't fucking matter. Because if you look at their lives, I can almost 100% guarantee that they're not happy. They're not living the best life. They're not living their fucking dreams. They're not doing the things that they wanted to do. Okay, if you ask somebody, what were your dreams when you were a child? Like, what did you want to be when you grew up? Like, what lit your soul on fire? And see if they're doing any of those things now. And most certainly, a lot of people are not doing any of those things. They're not working towards anything that gives them that passion. Okay, that's your soul calling. That's what you love. That's what you're meant to be doing. Not the bullshit that you do now. So when you're taking advice from people, really see who the fuck they are and see if they followed their dreams. See if they chased after what they truly wanted. See if they chased after that person that they truly loved, regardless of what anybody else thought, or if they stayed in fear out of judgment and said, oh, well, I can't be with that person because they were with this person and it's going to look horrible or people going to think some shit. So what? So what? The relationship is between two people. It is between you and the other person. It is not between everybody else. So please understand, you stand tall. You stand by what you believe and what you feel. It doesn't matter what other people think and feel. Okay? Your kids, besides your kids. Those are the only people that I take into account as my children, because they're pure little souls. Buenas tardes. Gracias. Okay, so always take your children into account, their feelings, especially when you're dealing with new people. Good morning, Jamie. Thank you, you too. So when it comes to your children, like I said, always take what they say into account, because they're more connected than we are. You know, they're still early on this earth. They haven't had enough time to be completely fucked up like us. So if they're telling you there's a problem, if they're telling you I don't like this person, if they're telling you all of these things, it's because something's disturbing their soul. Something is making them feel that way, because it's rare that I come across a child that is not loving. Okay, so for a kid to tell you, I don't like this person, I hate them, there's something deeper, there's something really wrong. So please evaluate and sit with yourself and make sure you're paying attention to the red flags. Okay, don't put anything above your children. You don't want to put your kid in any fucking harm, so don't do that, okay? But please take it into account if you do have children. And again, these messages aren't for everyone. I just say shit as it comes, so I'm sorry. But yeah, again, you guys have to find the balance between your spiritual and your physical. And if you're constantly with the anxiety, it's not going to happen. So they're asking you to stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Now, everything's a blessing. The fact that you can see is a blessing. The fact that you can talk is a blessing. The fact that you can walk is a blessing. But like I said, a lot of us take this shit for granted. So, gracias, amor. A lot of us take all of this for granted, you know, and we don't say, okay, well, this is a blessing. We're just like, yeah, fuck it, I could walk. I've been walking forever. I could see. I've seen forever. But there are blind people that would love to see the shit that you see. They would appreciate the beauty and everything because they've never seen before. And the people that can't walk or have never walked and are struggling to walk would love to be able to just walk normal and without pain or without limping. So please appreciate these. These are all blessings, okay? Just because you have it and you're used to it doesn't make it less of a blessing. Okay, so please find a balance in life and what you have going on, because that's what's going to help you to get out of this negative ass state of mind. I'm sorry, I have a collection of cards and I only pulled about half of them before I started today, because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But this is why I try to pull them beforehand, because it takes time to shuffle and everything to come out. And then it's just like, I have to talk, and I don't want to do that. And this deck is done because they don't want to give me any more cards. But for those of you that have anxiety, you know, try to see what triggers you. Like, what is it exactly that you find yourself that's like, okay, well, I'm anxious about this or the outcome of this. And then why are you anxious? Because the reality is, if it's something that you can change, then you have no reason to be anxious about it. And then if it's something you can't change, again, you can't change it. So why worry about the shit? It's done and it's over. So there's really no need for any of those things to happen. There's no need for any of that behavior. But you really have to start asking yourself these questions so that you get out of this fucking state of mind and move into what you need to move into. Because your level of exhaustion is not going to get you to where you need to go. So yes, light and love is on your current situation. And understand that only light is going to be able to penetrate the darkness. So everything is a balance. And I say this because sometimes you meet people, right? And let's say you are the good one, the light one, the saintly one. And then we have the other one, which is more prone to the darkness, you know, to the not brighter things and more negative. Together, you guys find a balance, okay? You need that other person to help balance you out. Oh, Jesus, I didn't even see this one. You have to seek people out who are going to help you and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. And again, I don't know who this is for or who it isn't for. But if you're working towards something and you're in your head, please just reach out. Please communicate, because you guys, man, yeah, stress me out with this not talking shit. And again, the fucking journey card again. So be open for your journey. Hello, my love, because you're being presented with a new beginning. You have to be willing to take that risk. Take the fucking leap. Take the jump. Whatever it is, take it with you. because it's showing, somebody's gonna have a baby. Or 2 babies. But you're being blessed. These are blessings. So if you've been waiting to have a baby, it's gonna happen, but you have to step out of this place of fear and anxiety, because they're showing new beginnings, okay? So even if it's a new idea, new project, whatever, but somebody's having a baby. I don't know who it is. So if you don't want babies, y'all better start strapping it up, birth control, whatever the fuck it is that y'all use, but definitely do that. So make sure you're protecting what you're building, okay? Like, sometimes it's best to do things in silence and not let people know what's going on, because that's only going to add negativity, because everyone's not on your wave, or everyone doesn't believe what you believe, and you don't want people adding bad energy into the shit that you're trying to create. So let shit rock and be like, all right, everybody doesn't need to know what you're doing. When we were conceived, we were by ourselves. Most of us. Some of us got fucking 10, 16, however many kids you can have at a fucking time. I don't know, but that's too many for me. But please be okay with life and what's happening in your life. And again, protect yourself if you don't want little babies, because somebody's having little babies. Somebody is definitely going to be pregnant. So stop letting life pass you by. Stop watching your life happen before you. You're here for a reason. You have a purpose to serve. And it's not a fucking person. It's not, oh, well, my husband wants me to be home and play fucking housewife all day, every day. All right, cool. But you need to work on your spiritual shit. You need to do what it is that you need to do. And stop judging other fucking people. All right, you're not perfect. If you are, please let me know. Let me know that you're perfect, because I haven't met a perfect motherfucker yet. So if you find yourself being judgmental, check yourself when you're doing it. It took me a long time to get out of that. And every time I caught myself being judgmental of someone, I'm like, chill the fuck out. Like, I have no place to judge anyone, because I'm not better than anyone. And I've done my share of shit. So you need to stop judging people, because you're not better than them. And just because somebody sins differently or... Alright, I do shit, you do shit, we all do shit. Just because it's different doesn't mean that it's better or it's worse. It's all a matter of perception, okay? So what you perceive something to be horrible, I might perceive like, that wasn't that bad. So there's no room for judgment, okay? We're all love. We're meant to be love. And if we fucking just loved, we wouldn't be so fucking stressed out. But you have this need to form attachments to people. And that's what fucks us up, is the need for the attachment. And then we get into the controlling and your mind and the possessiveness. And nobody wants to be possessed. Nobody wants to be controlled. Okay, maybe some of y'all do. Me personally, I do not. So for those of you that are in those types of situations, this is the time. Because the person that is meant for you is coming for you. So spirit is bringing them to you. So move out of that shit. And always remember that if you are transitioning out of a relationship, be kind. Just because you're ending something doesn't mean that it has to be a bad ending, okay? Appreciate the journey you guys had together. Appreciate the time. Appreciate if they gave you children, years, decades. Appreciate them and allow them to move forward without all of the extra chaotic shit. Okay, because it's already painful to have to end the relationship, but it's more painful when there's toxicity involved, especially if there's children and then the fighting and all of that shit that follows. Be kind, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you have children together, y'all still gotta fucking deal with each other for forever. So why cause all that animosity? And fucking, it's gonna affect the kids more than it's gonna affect you two, because your feelings are gonna fizzle. You'll always love that person because love doesn't go away. But once you get out of those hatred, the angry, all that fucked up feelings, then what? Your kids are fucking traumatized. Your kids are in fucking therapy now, and they're acting out and doing crazy shit. Save everyone a world of shit and be a fucking grown up and say, you know what, this does hurt. It is this, but look at the relationship and is it really a good fucking relationship that you've been in? Like, has it been everything you thought it was gonna be and more? Probably not. So both of you need to come to the realization that sometimes it's best to fucking just walk away. It's okay to end shit. It doesn't have to be bad. All endings are not bad. Sometimes it's, okay, this person learned, or I taught them as much as I could, or I learned as much as I could in this, and now it's time to learn new lessons. And when you start approaching life as, oh, I get to learn new lessons, this is something new that I get to learn, then I'm sorry, somebody needs to work on their throat chakra. But approach everything as a lesson. Don't approach it as, you fucking hurt me, you betrayed me, you did all this horrible shit. Okay, maybe they did. Maybe they're teaching you to stop giving your loyalty so fucking easy. Maybe they're teaching you to stop being faithful to fucking people that do not deserve it. Everything is a lesson, so take it as that, and then you won't feel bad, because you're like, oh, okay, well, this was fun, I learned a lot of shit, and now I know I'm never gonna fucking do this again. So take it that way. Don't take it as a bad way. You always want to treat people the way damn this. Alright, so for those of you that are having financial issues, there is someone that's coming. They're showing me a male that's going to be coming, that's going to offer you a path that's going to help you with your financial constraints. So I don't know who that's for, but if you're having financial constraints, financial issues, it's going to end soon, okay? And if you're having issues with your sacral, please work on your sacral chakra. I know there's a bunch of shit you can find. I like the meditations that I find on YouTube, because it helps balance my chakras. So do that, or call on Archangel Ariel. Okay? And everything wants to fall out of my life. In this relationship, whose relationship is this? Who is this? Because you guys, this person, this relationship is leading to this. And again, this is going to be one of the best moves you've ever made, the best decisions you've ever made, okay? So walk away if you need to walk away. Get out of your head if you need to get out of your head, because what I see is an amazing relationship that's unfolding. And again, fucking babies. There's fucking babies that are coming. And this is the time. This is the season for baby making. That's when most kids get conceived, because we're all stuck in the fucking house in the winter time. So if y'all don't want no babies, y'all better act right. But you're definitely going to be happy with this person. Aww. I'm so excited for baby life. Not me. I'm good. I love kids, but fuck. I don't like the baby stage. You can bring them back to me after like 3 or 4 years old. I'd appreciate that. And make sure that you're listening. Take the time to listen to what's not being said, okay? Read between the lines. And sometimes people are just, they don't know how to communicate what they feel. They don't know how to tell you, hey, I like you, or I want to do this, or maybe you guys just had a really bad falling out and you don't know how to come back to make amends or make peace. So please listen. And also there's messages in music. So if you know that person loves music, or you know that's a way that they communicate their emotions, probably ask them. Just be like, is this how you communicate? We all have different love languages, but it's good to know. So if that's how they communicate, listen to the songs, listen to whatever they put on repeat and make you listen to 1,000 fucking times. There's probably messages in that. So see what they're saying, because sometimes they're telling you they're in love with you, but the words aren't coming out their mouth. And if you're a person that needs to hear it, I don't know what the fuck y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna have to find a way to get it together. Sorry, I keep getting fucking text messages. But it shows like you're going into the unknown right now. And it's okay. You don't need to know everything that's going on in life. Okay, so be gentle with yourself and be gentle with what you're trying to create and what you're growing, whatever you're putting your energy into, because it's going to come to fruition, but you have to really believe it and allow yourself to receive the blessings. Maybe you had a difficult ass life and you were a character. Well, we're going to choose character for the word that I'm not going to say. maybe you were just that person that you were just like, oh my God, this person's so fucking cold and so heartless. And there are people like that, but they're only cold and they're heartless because they haven't learned how to heal their pain. And if you're able to help someone or guide them and love them through that, then you're learning to be unconditionally loving. You know, you're not probably going to get any benefits from them besides the fact of you being there and being supportive to them. So please be okay with what's happening and understand people are not all the same, because this person is very sad. Like, they're in a place where they just are alone and they're sad and they don't know how to get out of this dark place that they're in, and they're afraid to reach out because they've been betrayed so many times. So if you know a person, or if this is you, energy's, you know, interchangeable, however it goes, however it fits, please reach out to the person, because some people are really, really depressed and they don't know how to communicate that. And especially if if it's a man, it's even worse for them, because they get judged more than we do. You know, they get judged for crying, they get judged for being sad or depressed or whatever combination. But the person you're dealing with is very sad and very lonely right now. Okay. Yeah, because it's like they're just standing on a fucking island of their own and they're just watching and waiting. Like, they're waiting to be saved, but they're not reaching out. Like, they're making no efforts to be saved, if that makes any sense. Okay, because it's showing like there's a stream. You just go with everything and allow it to be. There's an ocean of opportunity available to you. Just take it. Take it. Take it the way you would. If you really want something, you really, really like, this is what I want, this is who I know it is, this is my person, this is my whatever, the job, fucking house, you're gonna do any and everything to achieve that. Okay? Put in the work, put in the effort for that person, because that person can't do it for themselves right now, and they need you to hear them even though they're not speaking. Okay, so I don't know who this is for, but please listen and understand that your ancestors are watching you. They're proud of you and they're guiding you right now into where you need to be. And they want you to take the leap of faith towards love. Okay? They're very proud. So you have to go to the edge. Sometimes that's the only way to get out of your complacency, is by taking a risk, by taking the leap, by being the fucking fool. When you're the fool, then you're like, okay, well, I'm stupid and I'm going to start over again. And you think of children. Children are fools all the time, because, not because they're foolish, but it's because they're ignorant. You know, they're not as aware of everything that's going on in the world. They only know their little bubble. That's what they know. So every day they're ready to go out and explore new relationships, friendships, things. Be open to all of these things, because the love that you're going to get from this is not like any other love you've ever received. So stop feeling like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, because you're the only person that's keeping you there. And if there's a need for balance, find a way to bring balance to the situation. But you really have to stop with the thinking, okay? Because we all think and think and think, but all the thoughts and no action. What's the purpose of thinking? What's the purpose of, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to try to create this, or I'm going to work towards that, or I want this person, and you're daydreaming and you're doing all these things, but nobody's fucking moving. Nobody's taking any physical action to do anything. So please be fair in the situation, even if it was someone that had hurt you, because the wheel of fortune is turning right now, and it's turning in your favor. But you have to be willing to be open and receiving that, because if not, you're going to miss it. The wheel of fortune is going to turn again. And I don't know how long you're going to have to wait. It could be fucking years, decades, before you get presented with an opportunity like this again. Because it's showing you have a new opportunity at love, and it's going to be a great love. The love that you give is going to be reciprocated. It's going to go both ways. So don't be afraid of taking that leap of faith, okay? Because right now you're hanging in suspension, like you're just sitting there. And they're showing that there is an offer. You know, there is a love offer that's going to come in. And also more babies. But I'm sorry, I'm not trying to jinx anybody, but there's like fucking 4 babies right now on this fucking table. It's crazy. But it's like you're hanging there in suspension. You're waiting, you're thinking, you're like, do I do this? Do I not do this? Do I do this? Do I not do this? And in the time that you're back and forth and not doing shit, you're missing opportunities, because indecision technically is a decision. It's a decision to keep yourself stuck. So it's showing me time. So whatever this decision is, your time is running out, okay? Number 7, if that means anything for you, but your time is running out. So please make the decision. If it's something that is calling to your heart, follow your heart, but it's time for you to make that decision, because you get the 10 of Pentacles here. So you're going to have the wonderful life. You're going to have all of the things that you've wanted. Maybe you grew up and you never had a family life. You're going to have that now. You're going to have a true family, a firm, stable foundation. You're going to have something that you can build, a legacy that you're going to leave for your children, for your family, for everything. Like, go with it. Stop fucking resisting everything. You guys drive me crazy. You know, I know what it is to be scared. I know what it is to not make any moves, but you really, Spirit wants you guys to stop being in hangman mode and figure out what it is that you want to do, because they're going to present it to you, and you have to take that opportunity, because if you don't take that opportunity, I don't know when your next love's going to come, you know, or your next job or whatever, but whatever opportunity that's presenting itself to you is the best one for you at this time. And if it is that relationship, this is your forever person, because this is someone that you are bound to. And it could be you are bound to from childhood, bound from past lives, but that is your person, okay? And the contemplation and waiting, you guys have to stop that and stop looking at what you've lost along the way. Stop looking at the things that you've lost, because it's not worth it. They're lost, they're gone, you're not going to get it back, okay? And if you lost something that you really loved, or that you thought was, this is really my person, or this was really the best situation for me, like I said, the Wheel of Fortune is coming back around. They're giving you a second opportunity to take action. Please take the action, okay? You can't sit there and continue to contemplate, because some of you have been doing this shit for months, years even, and you're not getting anywhere. And the person's not going to wait for your ass. I mean, they might if they really love you, but at some point they're going to get tired, because look at it in a different perspective. If you were the person that was waiting, how long are you going to wait for someone to get their head out of their ass? Maybe not as long as some other people, or maybe you'll wait forever. I don't recommend putting your life on hold for anybody, but please understand that if you're so indecisive, you're also causing delays in this person's life, okay? Because maybe they are hopeful that you're going to come around, that you're going to see the light and get your shit together. But that's not going to stay forever. Everybody gets tired at some point, and there's always people that are going to be presented that are ready to give you everything that you want. So please stop being so indecisive. And I'm sorry, there's more babies. There's so many babies. So for those of you that are going to be giving birth soon, congratulations. For those of you that are now conceiving, congratulations. And if you're not happy about it, probably should have thought about that. Use some condoms or something. But please, you know, all the souls are here for a reason. But there is, you're going to be presented with a stable offer. So again, whatever situation you have going on, you're going to be presented with a stable offer, because they're showing right now you're making movement. So the movement is going to be made. And hopefully you appreciate the offer and you like the offer, but the movement is coming. It's going to happen. And then we get to the 10 of Cups with all the babies. This is like, hang on, let me find my baby cards, because there's too fucking many right now. And I know y'all probably like, this bitch is full of shit. I'm not. I'm so not full of shit right now. Oh my goodness, this is comical. So many cards. Baby, 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 baby. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing some, but there's so many fucking cards here. I'll be here till tomorrow. So, this is the Ten of Cups. This is going to be your happy life. This is all your wish fulfillments. This is everything that you've been waiting for, okay? And like I said, we also had the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this is, for me, I see a pregnant woman. You see her belly and then the umbilical cord that's giving life. Now, some of you may have triplets, and God be with you. But others of you probably just have one baby. Girl, I feel your pain, Beth. I understand. I'm like, no. And then the Page of Cups, you know, it is fertility. It is love. It's you getting this offer. Okay, so if you are having a baby, believe me, this one here, she's holding her belly. And this is your soulmate. This is your partner. This is the person that you are committed to from past lives. Okay? And then I don't know if you could see the baby on here, because if you don't, I don't see everything in the photos. Like when I look at them, it's just some things pop out. But the baby here, he's in this little thing right there. And if you're not, you wouldn't notice it. You would think, oh, it's just something that's hanging there. But somebody is definitely, baby's happening for your life. Let's see, love messages. What do we have here? Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. So again, you have to release the past. Stop telling yourself the same stories that everybody's a cheater, everybody's a liar, everybody's a manipulator. You know, some people are, but everyone is not, okay? And there is cause and effect. So if you did something in your past that you're not proud of, that maybe caused the pain that you're feeling now, like it's cause and effect, right? You do something and then somebody else reacts. And this is more of like lower vibration, because it's like neither one of you realized that what was going to happen. You know, you guys just acted out of emotion because you were in that vibration. And now being more aware, you can see how your actions impacted this person to do whatever they did. So there's always cause and effect. So don't play the fucking victim in the shit. But when you acknowledge this and you make peace with that, it'll bring back the balance and the love and the calmness that you're looking for in your life, okay? But stop beating yourself up. You can't change what the fuck you did. You can make amends or not make amends. It's your fucking choice. But it's going to lead to your freedom. So if you're in mental purgatory, that's how you're going to be free. You're going to be free by owning your shit, taking responsibility for it, making amends if you need to make amends, and then allowing yourself to be free from this fucking mental prison that you created. But those things need to happen first, okay? So be okay with those. And now these are just little cards that I like reading. So here's a question. What is the opportunity cost of this decision? So if you have to make a decision, see what it is. Profit, value, you know, something has to be given up to acquire or achieve something else. So when you're going on your spiritual path, it's something that, it's like you make sacrifices, because sometimes spirit needs to know that you are serious about what you're doing, that you are dedicated to your path above anything else. And it requires you to sacrifice things, and it's not easy things that you're going to sacrifice. So weigh what it is that you're sacrificing, and is it worth what you're getting? Okay, because this, whatever it is that you're going to sacrifice, this is going to be worth it. Okay, so there's no doubt in my mind that whatever it is you're sacrificing, whatever you're giving up right now, whatever the fuck it is you're leaving behind, it is worth it. Okay. Now, what beliefs do you have about yourself that resulted from childhood? So maybe when you were a kid, you believed that you weren't lovable because maybe your parents split up and you stopped hearing from one of them. So see where you are and go back and see how you feel. See what incidents in your life cause these horrible fucking things to replay in your life forever and ever and ever, because when you figure that out, it'll help you stop. You break the patterns, okay? So take a minute to figure that out. What did your past relationship teach you about love and partnership? This is also important. You know, sometimes you don't get love or partnership. You get fucking dictatorship and possessiveness and controlling. So see what you learned, see what they taught you, and maybe you didn't have any of those, and that's why you're so fearful of going into another relationship, because you think it's going to be what you've gotten. But if this person that you're with, they are just love and they do know how to be partners with you, that's what you want. You don't want the controlling, possessive shit. And if you weren't concerned with what other people thought, what would you look like? What would you like to be doing with your life right now? So step outside yourself, play devil's advocate, whatever it is, and say, you know what? There is no judgment in the fucking world whatsoever. What would you be doing? I mean, some people probably be fucking porn stars. Fuck it, right? That's some people's wildest fucking dreams. Why not? But people are afraid. You know, people that are porn stars, that takes a great deal of fucking courage. It really does, because you know how they're getting judged by their family, by their friends, by fucking strangers they don't even know. Like, that's heavy judgment that's going on there. So look at your life and see, what the fuck would you be doing right now if there was no one to judge you? Because you should live your life that way anyways. Everyone's always going to have an opinion, and no one's going to agree with everything that you do. And they don't have to. It is your life. That's why you live it how the fuck you want to live it. You do what you want to do. Okay? And don't be judgmental of other people, because you don't want to be judged. And do the thing you've been procrastinating over. So whatever it is you've been delaying and like, I'm going to wait. It's not the right time. The right time is now. We only have fucking now, so it's always the right time. But stop procrastinating. Make the decision. Make the move. Do whatever the fuck it is that you need to do, because you're going to be happy. Like, you're going to be happy. And if you are waiting to have babies, or you've been trying, you're going to have the babies. You're going to conceive. Like, all of everything is coming to fruition. So be okay with life and what's happening. And don't be fearful, okay? Don't hold yourself back. And stop letting other people hold you back. Because that's their shit. They're the ones that were afraid to move forward. They were the ones afraid to take risks. They were afraid to go after the person they truly loved and settled for less than they deserved. Okay, that's how they lived their lives. So now they're going to tell you that's how you need to live your life. And that's not the case. You live your life to make you happy. You live your life to fill it with love and people that are going to be loving and supportive of you, not fucking constantly judging you and tearing you down for your decisions because they don't agree with them. I don't care if you don't agree with my decisions. They're my fucking decisions. If I want to go fuck 20 guys, guess what? I'm going to go fuck 20 guys. Know what's going to happen? Nothing. You going to be mad? You going to talk shit? You going to call me a hoe? All right. And then what? Then what? You have to not give a fuck. Fuck all these people and fuck what they think. Fuck everybody. But those are your messages for today. I hope they resonate with you. Take the risk. It is fucking worth it. I promise you. I love you guys. Thank you, and have a good day.